Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the probably most slept on free-to-play units in the game. Like, I'm telling you right now. We all know her JP voice actor is just too much to handle. Don't climb with this character, okay? Unless you have a death wish. But yeah, it's Lisa, okay? She's our resident librarian. She is amazing. I didn't even know this until I started testing her the other day. But yeah, let's go in. We're going to go with builds. We're going to go weapons. We're going to go talents, the whole shebang, the whole 9 yards. Let's do it. Let's go. Alright, guys, so this is Lisa. Y'all, I'm sure, familiar. She's Waifu City. But yeah, so let's start out. She's an Electro Mage. So she has her little book. She shoots her little lightning, blue bloom teleport. Pretty basic, nothing crazy. Her E has 2 different options, which we'll go over a little bit more depth in a second. If you press it, it shoots a little orb. This orb does damage, and then applies a stack of conductive, static. It's got a few different names, but it applies a stack. That's all you need to know. After you do 1 or 2 or 3 stacks, she has a hold version, which will do more damage. All right, the hold version looks like this. You hold it. You can hold it however long you want. Slam the ground, and it will hit anybody in that AoE. So the more stacks you have, the more damage that will do, and it gets pretty freaking ridiculous the higher the stacks you get. Her Q, as you can see down there, she throws a little like lantern on the ground. It does AoE electro damage, and then when you're high enough level, it will actually debuff the enemy, and we'll go over that as well. So let's get talking about it. Alright, so Lisa's talents are pretty straightforward. They're really pretty basic. I mean, she's got she's a mage, so she uses a catalyst. As you saw, her normal attacks, 4 hits with a little bitty, like, boop, little dodge, little fucking, boop, boop, little, I don't know what to call it. She does that. Her E, of course, releases press. You do the little orb, hold, you do the AoE, smash the ground. And these are the stats that go along with that. And this is what made me really be like, okay, no way, this is really 646%. No fucking way, right? I was like, there's no way she does this much damage. No way. People would have been using her a long time ago. People would, like, no way, right? So mine's level 5, making it go up to this high. I think base was like, I want to say like 550 or something like that. Pretty high. Like, still really high. For retrospect, Beto's E, okay, it only does 258, okay, on level 7. 258 on level 7 twice. So you add that together, well, that's like 600, 500, it's a little less than 500, right? So this is, blows Beto out of the water, right? And we see how much damage she can do. So that's her E. On her Q, this is the AoE Lightning Lantern. Discharge damage is 48%. Duration's about 15 seconds. Cooldown's 20 seconds. Pretty long cooldown. You had a 5 seconds of not having anything if you got it back before that. Really high energy cost to 80. So I definitely recommend energy recharge that you're going to run, or with another electro unit. Will definitely help that out for sure. And there's the description if you want to read that. Okay, starting with weapons. I'm currently using the Solar Pearl. This is the weapon from the Battle Pass. This personally I think is best in slot. I don't really know. I've been researching, and I think this one is by far best in slot. I mean, crit rate, substat. When you do your normal attacks, it increases your elemental skill damage, and when you do your elemental skill or burst, it increases your normal attack damage, and you can just go boom, 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 just slapping people, getting ridiculous numbers. I think some good options would be maybe the Mappa Mare for sure. The Windsith is always a really good pick for just like an overall. And maybe even if you want to run Sacrificial Fragments, I think that's an option. I don't think it'd be super amazing for her, but hey, whatever. The Prototype Catalyst as well would be pretty good. And I also use the Eye of Perception. That's got a base attack stat. It kind of depends on how you want to build her, right? So if you want to do a DPS, do more attack, crit rate, right? If you want to do more of a support, energy recharge, elemental mastery, that sort of thing, okay? Cool. As for artifacts, I'm currently running her with a 2-piece Thundering Fury, 2-piece Gladiator. The helmet's just kind of there because it has crit damage on it. I think that this is probably the preferred. I think this is what I would go with in game. If you want to really maximize her E and you're like, Q, I don't even bother with you, then you could do 2-piece Thundering Fury, 2-piece Gambler. That's an option. I mean, increases your elemental skill damage by 20%. Hey, you do you, boo. I think this is just really good. I know I recommend this all the time, the 2-piece Gladiator. It's a really good, like, attack percent, 18%. Like, that's just good. That's just good work, man. And Thundering Fury is just, you don't even have to talk about that. 15% extra electro damage. Golden, right? I don't say to run 4-piece Thundering Fury, because the 4-piece Thundering Fury gives you cooldown reduction. Now, she does have high cooldowns, so that's definitely a drawback, right? So if you want to do a 4-piece, you can do that. And I think that'll probably help you out if you're doing like a support build. But I think for my purposes of her, I think that the 2-piece of each is going to be the preferred. But hey, 4-piece Thundering Fury, get that cooldown, do some Qs all the time, do some Es all the time. Hey, nothing wrong with that, right? As for stat prioritization, okay, pretty straightforward. Attack percent, electro damage bonus, crit damage. Golden. I mean, that's pretty much every single character in the game. If they have an element, primary use element, you always want to focus that all the time. So definitely just get attack percent, electro damage bonus, crit damage. Or crit rate, whichever one's higher. If you happen to have a crit damage weapon, then you're going to put crit rate as this roll instead. Honestly, for substat prioritization, I would probably say that energy recharge, attack percent, crit rate, and crit damage, probably. Elements of Mastery wouldn't be bad if you're using it as support. That's where Elements of Mastery will just come in and just go pa pa and slap. Overload, do a super conduct, you do an electro charge, like pa pa. So that's definitely an option for sure. I don't think I would prioritize that primarily. I think that the other 4 are more important, but if you get some Elements of Mastery, don't be sad. It's good. Other than that, like, my stats are pretty shit. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I really don't have any crit rate, hardly any crit damage. I got I'd say quite a bit energy recharge, but it's nothing like to write home about. My current attributes, I got about 32%. That's from the weapon. Crit rate, 92% from the artifacts for the crit damage. 128% energy recharge, nothing crazy. And then I got her electro damage up to 50%. So pretty good, pretty decent. I mean, definitely usable. She is only level 60. And that's why she's going to come in and be like, man, imagine if she was 80. Imagine if she was 90. You're just like, oh, we're about to go off. Okay, so I got her attack. She's at 1300 because of the weapon and stuff. Other stats really don't even matter. That's really all we're shooting for, is the attack and the electro damage and stuff. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. Let's go right in. All right, guys, we're going to test it out on Sleepy Boy over here. Oh, he woke up. We're going to just see how good Lisa can be after we just I wouldn't even say fully invested. She is 20 levels less than this guy. So we're already starting out with 2. We're going to go in no buffs. No buffs, 11k, guys. No buffs. Like, we did not have an init bolt, we didn't have our Q up, none of that. Let's see if we can push it a little higher. Let's see if we can go a little bit higher with that damage. Come on, buddy. Come on. So we got to 2. We're going to get 3 right here. We're going to bend it Q. We're going to switch to Lisa. Oh my god, he's mad. We hit 11k again, and I died. So we get 11k. That's not bad. I think that's pretty good for 20 levels less than the character. 20 levels less than the enemy. If you ask me, I might be a little biased on that, but 20 levels less and you still hit 11k. No, with a buff. We had a Benedol right there. So yeah, but let's just go ahead and kill this guy and I'll be back. Alright guys, and that's all I have for you today. So as you can see, Lisa can be a machine. If you just focus her a little bit, give her a little bit of love, a little bit of attention. She's been begging for it the entire game if you played the story. So just give it to her. She wants it. You know you want to do it. I think she's a very valuable asset on like maybe a secondary team, maybe not primary. She takes a little bit of skill to get to really bring out her shine. You gotta prime them, you gotta sit there in one place. So she's really good with like a shield unit on the team, that can kind of withstand some damage while she just stands there like an idiot for a few seconds. In her later Constellations, she will get resistance to that. We didn't go over Constellations, Alright guys, so Constellations. Let's talk about that. Constellations, her first, pretty good. She recovers 2 energy for every opponent hit with her Q, but max of 10 energy can be regenerated this way at one time. So every time you do your Q, if you hit, just every once in a while, she regenerates 2 energy up to 10. Pretty good, helps you get that Q back a little bit faster. Her second Constellation, this is when she's doing her E. You'll gain 25% defense as well as resistant interruption, so perfection. 3 and 5 obviously is the talent upgrade stuff. 4 is going to be increase the number of lightning bolts released by your Q from 1 to 3, so it's just going to go just burst people down. And then her 6th Constellation, this is where when she takes the field, enemies around her in a small AoE will gain stacks, so you don't actually have to press your E at all. You can just switch to her, hold the E, smash down fucking Thor's wrath up on people, and then move on. You know, switch in, boom, switch out, if that's how you want to do it. You know, that's always an option. But anyways, guys, yeah, that's all I have for you, for real this time. And yeah, that's it. If you like the content, if you like the video, now you're really pondering like, maybe I should play Lisa, she might be good, maybe I shouldn't sleep on this bitch, then definitely hit the like and follow and subscribe and whatever, and give me your firstborn, and I don't, you know, whatever the algorithm demands. I'm just praying to algorithm god. So thanks so much for stopping in. See you next time for the next video, and y'all have a good day. Peace.